Big shout to okjersey.com. Scan the QR code below and actually go to the link below to get affordable football shirts from all the European leagues, including the English clubs, all of them, Liverpool, Arsenal, United, City, Spurs, Chelsea, all of them, of course, are all there. You can get the current ones, past seasons, and also some absolute gems out there, vintage ones, and actually very affordable football shirts, high quality, like the one I'm wearing right here. It is very simple to get one. Let me show you how. You go to the website. It's very simple. You click on the Premier League, pick the club you want. For me, I pick Newcastle, for example. You go there, you will find all the current ones, training ones as well. You add whatever you want to the cart. Of course, check the sizes, add a patch, add to cart, but also never forget, as it says below, scan the QR code and put the code JUDGE in the checkout to get 8% discount. It's that easy. Just go to the website, check the football shirt you want. You will not regret it. Now, let's get back to our stream. Hello, people, and welcome to Footy Judgment. Welcome to Premier League Unfiltered on Friday. Of course, Mark Guehi chooses Manchester City over Arsenal, over, of course, Liverpool. Manchester City are patching the squad, are getting the best out there. The title is not over. They're not giving up on the title. But the Manchester derby is tomorrow. Can Man United do the madness and actually hand the Arsenal the title? Actually, tomorrow, if Arsenal win their game, of course, which is away at Dyche, Sean Dyche's ball tomorrow, of course. Nottingham Forest. Spurs sign Conor Gallagher. Is Thomas Frank? Is this Thomas Frank's last game? They play West Ham. It's a must-win game. And Chelsea with Liam Rosenior. I don't know what we say about Chelsea. But big up everybody that is here. All the guys' channels are in the description. Hit that like button, guys. Can we get to 100 likes right of the way? Guys, hit that like button. If you're watching this in the replay, hit that like button. There will be timestamps about all the topics we talk about. Of course, all the guys' channels are in the description as well. The Frenemies podcast, Mark and Neil, of course, it's there. Also, Spurs is there as well, right? Straight for Post is there as well. And of course, the Mancunian way is going to be here. Martin is going to be here momentarily with us. Where do we start? We're gonna just wait a little bit on Man City, so stick with us, guys, until Martin is here. I want to start with Spurs and Chelsea. I want to lump these two clubs together. Are they on, like, again, I asked this last week, are they on the same level?
Probably. Yeah, probably.
The thing is, you say that like it's almost like an insult to yourselves.
Well,
you feel a bit. It's like
spot on there, Jim. It's just a bit embarrassing,
so
isn't it?
Like, almost Spurs now.
Yeah, it sounds pathetic. No disrespect, but yeah.
No, This sums us up, really.
Look, I don't know. Like we're compared to Arsenal, we're clearly a few levels below them. The game, the Carling Cup game, the Carabao Cup, whatever it was, 2-3. It was okay. It was nothing special. Chelsea worked hard. I liked his initial selection, his in-game management, his substitutions. Garnacho came on, saved the day, but Chelsea, I don't know. We're missing key players. Like our best three players: Caicedo, Cole Palmer. Who's the other one? Reece James.
You tell us, mate.
Well, I've just told you. So like, I think if anything,
Hold on,
Arsenal will be more disappointed.
Hold on. Are we saying here that it's okay to lose at home against Arsenal because you're missing 4 key players? Is that all right?
It's never okay.
Exactly. Thank you. Standards.
Never okay.
Thank you for the standards. Thank you. Because I'm hearing Chelsea would walk away from this game feeling better than Arsenal because they are 1 goal in it.
No.
I swear to God, this is the analysis. But we spoke about this. But
Arsenal will be disappointed because they lost a 2-0 lead. They should have really finished off the game. But that tie is done. I mean, when's the last time Arsenal lost at the Emirates this season? I don't remember a time, to be honest. I think there you go. It hasn't happened. So
there was an opportunity to put the tie to bed, though. Huh?
It was United, I think, wasn't it? FA Cup, probably.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that what you asked? So who was the last team to beat us at home? Probably. I think
that's I'm just stating the fact.
Newcastle done us last year as well, actually, to be honest. At home in the Carabao Cup semi and whatever else. But yeah, I think Arsenal fans will be frustrated. The ones that are frustrated, it's just because of the way the game went. I think there was an opportunity to put the tie to bed.
Yeah. But anyways, Jim, to your point, I feel like I feel like how a Tottenham supporter has been feeling like for the last 20 years. Yeah. That's not too encouraging, but it is what it is.
20 years.
Exactly.
Okay, whoops. Okay. I don't know. What do you think, Jim? Who's in a worse position, Tottenham or Chelsea?
If you still had Abramovich, I'd be like, it would just feel like a blip. It would just be like Chelsea will be back, whatever. You just write off one season and they'll come back. But it's so unclear with Clearlake if this is just a sign that you are a bit lost in how to run the club as owners, and these problems are going to persist for a while longer, or if this is like just an anomaly season. I can't really figure it out. Like Liam Rosenior, everyone's making memes that he's Will off the in-betweeners and finding the funniest bit of the clips they can to make him like the media have already decided we're going to paint him like an idiot and try set him up to fail. I think they've already tried that, but
it's actually fair though. I mean, I think he came out in his most recent press conference and said, "I deserve the job," and it's like you don't deserve it. There's probably 100 people above you that should have been chosen. So yeah,
I think Gary O'Neill deserves the job more than him. The one that they signed for Strasbourg, like Gary O'Neill, at least.
I agree. I mean, you can say the media.
I want to get Man United in for real, and I really wanted to ask this because I've been on this for 2 years now. People in the chat would know what I'm talking about. Are Man United looking more ambitious than Chelsea?
No way. No, we're talking about secret players at the moment. That's what we're talking about. We're just our board is nowhere near as ambitious as what Chelsea is. In regards to Rosenior, yeah, you could say that, but expenditure-wise, no way. Not.
What do you mean?
You spend a lot of money, though.
You're spending a lot of money.
A lot of money, much more than us. Spent about $1 billion. We spent 200 million in the summer. We replaced 4 players with 4 players. All right, we didn't really have. Let's not talk about net spend because that's the topic of the day and stuff like that. But we haven't backed the manager. We half finished the job with attackers. We bought a goalkeeper, a young goalkeeper. That's about it. We came 15th last season, and we didn't fix the midfield or the wing backs. And we still got.
At least you're getting experienced players. At least you're looking for an experienced manager.
Yeah,
at least you're still spending money.
There since 2013, 2014. Can you imagine? You know what I mean? Who's serial failures in the house, man. We got Luke Shaw, Maguire, Dallo, still at the football club, stinking out the place. You know,
you've got a lot. You got a lot to address, Al. You got a ton to address, but you went for Mbeumo, you went for Cunha, you went for
but Man United needs more than that.
Sesko at the time People were talking about Sesko as a big boy signing, and he, whether he comes,
no doubt. But you can't not fix the midfield, mate. We haven't addressed the midfield since Michael Carrick, who's the last good midfielder we had.
We're comparing to Chelsea, right? Like, who's showing more ambition? United.
Chelsea.
United got their own problems.
Their signings. I think they signed a lot of to be honest with you. I think they signed a lot of rubbish. If I'm being honest, I think they signed
a lot of what they think is potential. So who's
United? Okay,
United.
Why United fans talk like this? You sign players better than Chelsea.
Because we didn't fix the main part, Mo. The engine of the team is the midfield.
Because you didn't have the players are not there. Baleba was not available. Come on.
Baleba was available.
Like, I get it. Listen, Man United fans talking about Conor Gallagher, when he signed for Spurs, Conor Gallagher is not the target.
For Conor Gallagher, crying out loud, man.
But you do want Conor Gallagher. I think if you're asking me who's gonna win the Premier League sooner, I know that you can say nobody. Who's gonna win the Premier League sooner? Chelsea, Spurs, or Man United? If you have to pick one,
Chelsea.
You guys really think that Chelsea are closer to win the Premier League? Really?
Yeah. We're not winning the league under this ownership. We're not winning the league.
Oh,
you remember last week?
I'm losing my head.
But neither Chelsea, Chelsea are not winning the league.
There'll be
ownership.
None of them are winning the league. Like, you're going to choose one of them. We're not winning the league. You think with Jim Ratcliffe we're going to win the league when we're getting rid of dinner ladies and things like that? We're not going to win the league like that. We're penny pinching. That's what we're doing. We're talking about going out of business.
Oh my God.
That's what we're talking about at the moment. Wasn't it December we're going out of business?
Mo, it is a tough question though. It's not like it's not
that tough.
It's not that tough. It's not clear as day.
Who's your opinion then, Mo?
Okay, if Man United are hiring Michael Carrick as an interim, and they're looking at the likes of Nagelsmann, they're looking at the likes of Tuchel, they're looking at experienced manager in the summer, that means that Man United more likely are closer to winning the league than Chelsea. It might be in 5 years. Chelsea hiring Liam Rosenior is sending a clear message. We aren't targeting to win the Premier League. We aren't.
But if
Liam Rosenior currently, as it stands,
if the club is broken from the inside,
if we bring a manager with a certain philosophy and he doesn't get backed with that philosophy, look,
bro,
Ruben Amorim was a brilliant
I'm
manager.
not talking about the philosophy, Sal. I'm not talking about the philosophy here. I'm talking about the ambition of the club. Because listen, you can go and hire Antonio Conte after the season for 1 year. You'll be closer to win the title than Chelsea with Liam Rosenior for sure.
He will
because
fail.
If Chelsea are still targeting kids, Chelsea are nowhere
I'm telling you now,
to win the titles. I don't understand this. Everyone wants to be. I'm not saying that you're going to win the title, Sal. I'm not saying you're going to win the title. But if Chelsea are going for Liam Rosenior,
this is a bad appointment. But he won't last long. He won't last long anyway. So
he might be. He's speaking about he wants to be their Arteta. That's what he wants. Chelsea are mimicking Arsenal. Chelsea are really mimicking Arsenal.
Well, they're not doing a great job, to be honest. I mean, Rossini's like made himself a target for the media straight off the bat, off his presser after the game. He started saying something like he thought it was revolutionary. Like, guys, anytime someone makes a mistake at Chelsea, it's on me. Don't worry, Liam. Everyone's going to blame you, pal. Don't worry. You ain't say nothing revolutionary like, oh, it's on me if Rob makes a mistake. He ain't going to be calling Rob for much longer if Sanchez keeps making howlers like that. I don't know. He thought he was saying something revolutionary. He's going to get he's going to get torn apart by the media.
I don't understand how people still can sit here and tell me that Chelsea are going in a better direction than Man United. I just don't understand this.
Neil's correct. Manchester United is a broken club. They've tried everything to fix their issues and they're nowhere near close.
So you're saying they are finished, completely finished. That's what you're saying.
I do believe that. Yeah, they're going to have to completely restructure everything.
Yeah, whilst the Glazers are still there.
Exactly. Look at Ronaldo. He went there. He goes, they're saying it's not the same club. Why is everything still the same? Why is everything falling down? Why has nothing been upgraded? It's a joke.
But you guys are not heading in the right direction either, right? So that's why it's such a tough question.
I think the difference why I said Chelsea is because yes, it doesn't look good. Yes, we're only getting kids. Yes, Liam Rossini is a bad appointment. But I'm hoping, or I think that there's going to be a point, maybe next year or the year after, where I'm hoping that Blue Co and Clear Lake will just get their shit together and change their strategy this is not working. We're not making Champions League. We're not making the money that we thought we were going to be making. Let's follow the models that have always worked. Let's get an experienced manager. We can still have a young team and bring in some experienced players. I know I'm hoping, right? But I still think because of that, Chelsea will win the league before Manchester United. And that's my reasons.
Do you think you'll win the league in the next 10 years?
Who, Chelsea? Or
If I'm putting money on it, no, I don't, because it doesn't look good. I can only hope, and then that's it.
You never know.
You never know. Manchester
United are going to win the league in the next 10 years.
If the Glazers are gone, yeah. If the Glazers go and we get a full sale, then yeah, we will, because we organically make money, make a lot of money. We can still spend money, even though we're 1.1 billion in debt, thanks to the Glazers and Jim Ratcliffe. If we manage to clear our debt, our PSR at FFP will go through the roof, so we'll be all right.
It's still Man United, and if you do get a Xabi Alonso or whoever in the summer,
Xabi won't come.
And these guys, okay, might not be Alonso, but you get a big name, and Chelsea.
We've had it all, though, isn't it, Carl? We've had it all. We've had the big managers. Ruben Amorim was touted as one of the brightest up and coming managers in Europe, and he was thrown under the bus. There's no point if you're not going to back him with the players that he requires for the system. And that's the whole thing. We didn't buy any wing backs. His system relies on the wing back system. We didn't buy him any midfielders. We bought him a last minute. We bought him a goalkeeper, which cost us in the Arsenal game, by the way. And we didn't buy any squad players either. We got rid of 4 players and brought in 4 players. Anthony, Garnacho left. Varane was gone as well. And Rasmus went as well. And we just replaced them like for like. That's what we did. Yeah, we're a little bit better in regards to.
But let me just say something, Sal. Guys, big up everyone that joined us from the Football Terrace. Big up Terry and the guys and all the Straight Facts people there. Guys, if you guys are here, hit that like button. We got 500 people in the house, so hit that like button, people. If you are here, let's get to 300 likes live for this show. If you haven't been here, this is Footy Judge Mo. This is your Premier League Unfiltered Friday show. If you are not familiar with this show, it's every Fridays. Hit that like button, people. Get involved in the chat. I want to hear, guys, from you. We're coming to Man City and Arsenal, of course. We're talking about Man United and Chelsea. Where is the club direction going? Spurs as well. I want to get Jim's opinion about Spurs, because there's talks of Poch as well. These 3 clubs, have they split Spurs, Man United, Chelsea in a bracket, and Arsenal, City, Liverpool in one bracket?
I don't think Spurs are they're in a, we haven't fallen from the same heights as those clubs. So I think there's a difference there from the start. Like, Spurs weren't Man United or Chelsea and then have fallen to be Spurs. Spurs kind of were a mid-table club most seasons, pushed their way up organically to top 6 and top 4 regulars, and have now fallen back somewhere between, top 4 and mid-table, depending on how they're doing each year. So I think it's a very different kind of comparison to make. The main difference is, I think Man United and Chelsea are now quite constrained financially. Chelsea didn't get the stadium done under Abramovich when the opportunity was there to do it and financing it in a way that set them up with a platform they could use and leverage against PSR and SCR. And Man United have, had so many challenging windows and got it wrong so consistently, they're now finding themselves hamstrung financially, despite their incredible revenues, their incredible sized fan base. So I feel like Spurs have been left this legacy by Levy, whether people hate him or not. He has left them in a situation where they can afford to get the next 5 years wrong in the transfer market and still be okay financially, and still be able to go and spend another £100 million without worrying about it in a summer. So I feel like Spurs are in a situation where they just need to get the right manager and recruitment right for a couple of seasons, and they'll be okay again. And they've then got a platform to do a lot of building off the back of that and accelerate that growth. Whereas I think the challenges at United are a lot more deep rooted, because they've got to kind of dig their way out of these challenges. They need a buyout, Man United, to rescue their situation. Chelsea's is also complex in multiple facets of the club, and they can't continue to get it wrong because they don't have that stadium and commercial revenue that can, keep them there.
Need that buyout as well, my friend. Chelsea needs that buyout as well. It's not just Manchester United.
So there's only a big 6 by name, but in name, Mo. To your question, there's only a big 6 in name, because there's no otherwise.
I don't consider Spurs a big 6, to be honest with you. I know it's by name, and I'm sorry, Jim. That's not a dig. It's not a dig, Jim. You know that. I've been very clear about Spurs in since I started doing YouTube. I do not consider Spurs one of the biggest clubs in England, and the reason why, Spurs don't have the history and don't have the current. Like Spurs have challenged twice on the potch, right? They came third behind Arsenal in the Leicester season, and there is another time where they came third as well in the second season, right? They never came second. They come second behind,
the following season,
behind
Chelsea.
Okay.
So
They reached the Champions League final, but I have not, to be honest with you, if you are a club and I've never seen you win the majors like the Champions League or the Premier League, why would I consider you part of the big league? I'm sorry. I don't consider that. Like Spurs financial, listen, I've been to the stadium. Magnificent, fantastic. The people are amazing there. I've had a magnificent time with my wife in the stadium, right? But I've been to a lot of good stadiums as well around. Like it's by having a stadium and having financial power, it doesn't make you a big club. You literally got to compete for the top, which is what Man United are. And I keep saying that Man United, they have the history of Alex Ferguson and the history before this and the Champions League and the treble, right? Man United have been the furthest club from their name being linked to a Premier League or the Champions League. Since Alex Ferguson left, Man United name has not been, and I know that Arsenal haven't won, but your name being linked to that, you're a title, you have a chance of winning the title in the last day, you're in the semi-final of the Champions League, you're in the final of the Champions League, that by itself makes your club globally there. Man United has not been near that, but Man United have the history. Spurs don't have the history. They just don't.
They've got Spurs, they're actually 7th in English football by major trophies behind Villa. So it's Liverpool the most, 47, United 44, Arsenal 31, City 27, Chelsea 26, Villa 20, and Spurs 18. So I feel like Spurs are, they've always been the borderline club, haven't they? I remember obviously everyone does remember this, but when there was the breakaway, oh my God, I would have forgotten what that's called? The Super League.
European Super
League. When we saw Spurs were a part of that, the reaction from most of the fans was they were all divided over what to think, because we were like, wait a sec, we got in the club, like
financial power. We actually have a lot of financial power,
but we got invited to that. And I'm not saying that makes us a big. We were surprised as a fan base we'd managed to get onto the coattails of the Super League, and there were arguments of, well, let's be careful here, guys. If this is going to happen, I want to be a part of it. And how the hell did Daniel Levy pull that off? Because
your global fan base, that's what people don't realize. Spurs are basically, they have a global fan base. In America, in Asia, they do have a fan base there. So that by itself makes you a financial power, because you can sell shirts, you can actually, like tourists go to the stadium to watch Spurs play football because of a lot of things, you know what I mean? So for me, that's what makes it. But for me, it's Spurs, though, having Conor Gallagher and maybe looking at a different manager, it tells me that they are ambitious. Their ambition is there. They want to win. They want to win. Also, though, and I'm going to say that they want to win more than the Chelsea owners, with all due respect.
There was also, though, another thing that helped put Spurs in that bracket over the last 10, 15 years was they did have Gareth Bale, Luka Modric, Harry Kane. Those three players would, for any club outside the Big Six, potentially be their best ever player. And Spurs had three of them in this, and Son Heung-min
even Youngmin's son. Youngmin's son would be
as well. Yeah, exactly. So they had four of those players, and then it made players like big names still, like Christian Eriksen, who are still big players. It made them look very normal in a Spurs shirt, and I think that elevated our reputation for a while, having those global superstars. We don't have them now, and you've seen the big reset and where we are as a club. But yeah, I think all those things combined, the money, the superstars.
Yeah. I wanted to go back to Chelsea. But how big is the gap between Chelsea and Arsenal and City and Liverpool? How big? How big is that gap? Is it a year of rebuild? Is it 2 years? Is it 3 years of building?
The gap's getting wider. The gap's getting wider. But you're going in you're going in the wrong direction. So the gap's going to get wider.
Since Clear Lake took over, it's always been, in 2 years' time, we're going to challenge. Then the following year, it's 2 years, we're going to challenge, and so forth. So right now, we're going to challenge again in 2 years. And that's going to keep on happening. So I think I agree with Neil. I think the gap is huge. Huge.
What about Man United? Where do Man United go in these things?
Mo, it's I don't think Man United are as far away as people think. I think, football's such a weird game. You can just sign a couple of players and it can just be it just can revolutionize your whole team, and things can change. I don't deal with absolutes, it depends. It depends. Obviously, Man United's ownership is the problem, and it's whether they get the right signings in. They'll spend money, but they get the wrong signing. I don't think we're as far away as people think. You look at the games, we were 11 games, 2 defeats, and most of those games we drew. That was the problem. We kept missing chances. If we won those games, then we might be in 3rd place right now. And this is how football is. I don't think it's as far away as people think. I think football can change any time. Next year, it might change, a few signings, and we'll be back up there. But with this ownership, I don't think Man United will, because you still need football people. You still need a football brain.
But do you think, Sal, do you think that Manchester United still have that pulling power? Can you get like a real world-class player?
The thing is,
would he want to come?
I said this before. I said, as the generations get older and older, people are going to start forgetting about Man United's success in the past. And this is going to be the same with players, isn't it? When you're getting an 18, 19-year-old, 20-year-old up-and-coming player.
Who's Man U?
Who's Man United? You know what I mean? A bit like when I was growing up and people started talking about, other teams from the past, who used to win things. Everton, for example, used to win things in the 80s and stuff like that. And people are like, oh, Everton, who are they? Because they didn't win anything for a while. And I think that's going to happen with Man United. If we carry on like this, we haven't won a league, for goodness sake, in 12 years now. 12 years. That's Man United. That's like Real Madrid, Barcelona, not winning a league for 12 years.
But you're still Man United. You're still Man
United. That doesn't mean anything.
You say that, right? When I was growing up, and Sal and Mark, all of us, right, growing up, that club that you're talking about that won nothing for years was Liverpool, right? Big name, used to win everything in the 80s, and then Premier League came about and they won nothing. They did nothing, Liverpool, but they were always relevant. And I know what you're saying, Sal. The generations will go, and it'll be like, well, they'll forget about Man United. Yeah, okay, they won the Champions League in 2005, but even before 2005, Liverpool was still they were still a club. Maybe it was just a fan base that kept them relevant. I don't know, but I know pre-2005, Liverpool were relevant, and I know that because I was 20 years old at the time. So I was old.
But mate, Liverpool were always competing, innit? Not always, not 94, 95. I know about that, 96. But after that, they were like in and around the top 3, the top 4. It's just that 4 teams didn't qualify for the Champions League then, so they ended up in the.
So it's like finishing. Yeah, it's like finishing 6th, 7th now. It's the same thing. There was a big gap between them finishing 4th and United and Arsenal at the top. We know that. Even Blackburn got in there and won a title in between. There's no Liverpool.
Yeah, Man United and Liverpool. Man United and Liverpool right now of that time. We're that. And I think we're going to be worse at this point because...
No, you're not. What time?
So basically, Man United now, what we've won, what we've achieved...
Tell me what time Liverpool was that bad.
Okay, so let's go through it. In 2000, Liverpool won the treble, right? They won not the treble, but they won the League Cup, they won the FA Cup, they won the UEFA Cup, which is the Europa League now.
That's year 2000. That's not a treble.
Yeah,
that's
what I'm talking about.
So nothing. That's a nothing.
Man United around that time when Liverpool were. We're around that time right now. Man United.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Like that. Anything like that.
Hold on, Sal. Sal, you finished 15th. Liverpool worst. In the worst era of Liverpool, the 2000s.
They never finished 15th.
And Liverpool won a Champions League and reached a Champions League final in 2007 and reached a Champions League semi-final.
You're clarifying what I'm saying, though. It's exactly where.
So you aren't where Liverpool. Okay, because did I hear this wrong? Did he say that Liverpool? You are the Liverpool of then? No, you aren't. You are. No.
He said, but worse though. He did say, but worse.
Way worse. This is not even a comparison. Guys, Liverpool.
There's no comparison, Mo. There's no. I'm just saying, like I'm not going to come in and slander my team like, oh, we're absolutely shit and this and that. It's Liverpool at the end of the day. I don't want to praise.
I'm not trying to shit on you. I'm just.
I don't want to praise Liverpool.
I am not trying to shit on the team. I'm stating the facts. The facts are.
Yeah, no, just
Liverpool.
Liverpool won nothing for 40 years.
You say we're worse than Liverpool, so that's worse, isn't it?
But Liverpool won nothing for 40 years. You boys haven't won a Premier League in the last 12, 13 years. But in that time, you've won FA Cups, you've won Europa Leagues. You've got another 17 years before you go the stretch at Liverpool. No, you might fluke a Champions League. We don't know.
In Liverpool's time,
it's unlikely.
In Liverpool's time, in Liverpool's bad time, they won the champs, guys. This is the
2005. They won it twice, Mo.
With all due respect, even Chelsea, when we say Chelsea haven't challenged in 2017 since they won it, but 2021 will forgive these 4 years because you win the Champions League. That's the pinnacle of football, winning the Champions League. You are the top of the top in Europe. This is it. That's why even Spurs might not win the league and everything. Reaching the Champions League final for a club like Spurs, they made them global. People here in America supported Spurs just for that final. For Harry Kane, Son, for these guys, for Vertonghen, for Alderweireld, Pochettino, Hugo Lloris. Like, Man United guys, I'm sorry, Man United name, in terms of like next to trophies, is not there. FA Cups and Europa Leagues are not enough for big clubs like them.
They're not.
Europa League is maybe. I'm gonna tell you something. Even Spurs, I had Spurs fans saying, "Yeah, we won Europa League, but we want to compete for the big one. That's why we have all this. Our revenue cannot be 600 million, and we are just happy over the last 20 years about Europa League."
But can Man United still attract?
Whoa, and the League Cup, right? And the League Cup,
and the League Cup, yeah.
Yeah, but that's not enough. Anyway,
can United still attract a big name? That's how this conversation started.
But they can. Man United can. It depends on the manager. If Man United have a Nagelsmann in the summer, I promise you, they will be able to attract any name they want.
They'll need Champions League. I think they'll need Champions League to get the top players.
They won't be as attractive as City. I think that ship has sailed. Manchester City are arguably the most attractive club in England, and I said that yesterday.
That's because of Pep.
And also because they won. Because
ownership as well.
Ownership, the ambition.
Ambition.
It's the ambition, of course, of Man City. Maybe Arsenal or the second, Liverpool. Maybe that. Listen, but hit that like button, people. Subscribe. I want to just to say this, and we can actually go to the 20 million for Guehi is insane. How the heck?
Because he's free in the summer, isn't it?
Yeah.
There you go.
Pick up Martin for joining us. 20 million for Guehi. No excuses now. You got to win the league of the Champions League.
Oh, here we go.
You absolutely.
No
Patrick,
I'll win the league.
do you want me to read you Patrick's message to us? Martin, 20 million for Guehi. By the way, Martin, I'm not gonna be shameless. We were speaking about this. I'm not gonna be shameless.
He wanted Pep Guardiola sat last week.
Did I said that Liverpool were more attractive than City? I said that Liverpool don't even know the next manager. How are they more attractive than City? Yesterday,
he has receipts, though.
Okay, Martin, you were watching the stream yesterday. Did I or did I not say yesterday? If I'm Mark Guehi, I'm choosing City.
I enjoyed it.
No. Just said, hold on. Did I not say yesterday? If I'm Mark Guehi, I'm choosing City today. I'm not waiting until the summer. Someone coming in for me. Did I or did I not say that?
I'd wait till the summer.
Why would you wait for the summer?
Because it gets probably a 20 million sign-on fee.
He got a signing bonus.
It's just a few more months.
He made the signing bonus, and also, I'm not okay. What I've been told, and I'm not sure if that is true or not, he's making 300K a week.
No.
That's what I've been told.
Yeah, but I'd rather have a 300K plus an extra 20 million sign-on fee. We're just waiting 4 months.
Who's paying him 300K a week?
He's not getting 300K a week.
That's what I've been told, Martin. You correct.
No. That was a typo error.
Is yours. Right,
no, that came from Alex Croak, who 10 minutes earlier said 200K, then changed it to 300K. It was a typo. It's 200K plus bonuses.
200K plus bonuses. Okay, fair enough. But that's still, to be honest with you, that is still a good contract for him.
Guehi he could have waited, Mark, but I think if City come, you go, and also he knows he starts for City right now, right? They've got injuries, so it's a win-win for him, and he plays under Pep, but it's a World Cup year. He's now in the limelight, more so. No disrespect to Palace. He's playing for the top club in the league, isn't he? Hey?
Plus, Palace want to get paid a little bit of money. Why not?
20 million now or nothing in the summer, yeah?
There you go.
Take the 20 mil. It makes sense for Palace, but it makes sense for Guehi. This move makes sense for Guehi. I think we should have put in an offer, personally. You know how I think about Guehi. I'll rate him. But it's easier to get into the City side right now than it is the Arsenal side if you're a centre-back like Guehi, right?
Yeah, Mark Guehi will be getting a
let me answer LB why the wage makes a difference. Because when we say that when I speak about the wages of someone at Manchester City is different, because people tell me about City, but the net spend doesn't account for the signing bonus. for the wages he's getting paid, for the length of the contract, that's not in the net spend, right? That doesn't count. So LB, it matters, right? And I'm not saying it's bad. I said in my video that I said that's ambition. City are ambitious. They're an ambitious club, right? They're out there. They're ambitious, right?
Yeah, but there's never that narrative with Manchester City. Is that? With City, it's we spend money and it's a bad thing. City spend money, it's a bad thing. What we doing?
I haven't heard that for a while, though, Martin.
Everyone spends money. Everyone gets it level.
Did you watch Liverpool spend the show mode yesterday? That's all he talked about. How much we'd spend and this, that, and the other. I watched a show literally 12 hours ago about it.
But don't you think
he also say Liverpool spent $500 million in summer? I've heard him say that too. Like, if every club spends, they spend. Arteta gets it. United get it big time. If you spend, you spend.
It's easy to
every big club spends, right?
Everyone has. I think we've gone past the point of people being like, oh, it's an asterisk if you spent money to win something. I think it's more like the fans get angry if we didn't spend money as a club to try and compete with the other people spending money. It's completely shifted now. Where it's different is people's perception, and I'm not getting involved with it now, of how City built their empire up over time, and they bash them with that, as an advantageous position they had to have to get to that stage before the rules existed and all that stuff. I'm not getting into that because that's a big old rabbit hole. That's where people get bash City with, and they think it's unfair how they got to their platform. I think that's where they single them out. I'm not saying that. I'm saying loads of clubs have had those platforms in different ways. But yeah, and it's also just easier for City to spend money. Like we said before you came on, Mark, it's like Guehi is a £20 million bargain. Every club on here would have taken him, but he's going to laugh all of us out the door because Man City are interested in him. So that's the only club he's going to go to. Same with Haaland. £50 million was anyone. No, but if anyone would have wanted Haaland and said, and once you've got your position of strength, it is so much easier to maintain it, which is why I think Man United fans, example, find it so frustrating because they had a similar position of strength and it slipped out of their grasp because they could have gotten on Haaland and stopped other clubs coming near him. Now City are in that position. They're doing a great job of maintaining it. Fantastic job of it. But it's also infinitely easier to maintain that than it is to go from 4th or 5th or 6th or 3rd to challenger Man City.
He's mocking it now, LB. He's mocking people. Get your money up.
Yeah. Challenge your clubs.
However, I think when I came on the show, I did say I was praising Man City. I said their ownerships, they're ruthless. They're doing the business. They're showing what an ownership should be, unlike Manchester United. They're backing their manager. That's
they run brilliantly. Yeah, they're the staple of how to maintain a position of dominance and make such good decision making when you're at the top. They're really well run, but they are in an advantageous position where people do feel it's a bit like, they punch down very easily from a position of strength. But that's part of being the best. Everyone's going to hate you.
That's what you got to do, isn't it? You got your foot on your enemy's throat. Don't let them out.
No, I don't care about 115. It's they get away with it. Who cares? They've done it. They done well. Well done. Congratulations. They got away with it. And it's better than just sitting down.
Whoa. I mean,
115. He said, Martin. He said 115.
I was like, getting away with. Why can't it be this? We're innocent.
I don't know you're innocent, so you got away with it.
You can't say getting away with it.
I don't know you're innocent, but you got away with it. That's what I'm talking about, and fair play.
No. You need to stop saying getting away with it.
What do I say?
It's not. When I've proved guilty, I've proved innocence. There's no getting away with it.
Are you innocent?
Are you innocent? Do you think City did absolutely nothing below board?
As in what? City? As in what?
Do you think Manchester City have
that we've been linked with? No, because it was proved he had an SLR with a fair market value.
No, but there's more than just that, though, isn't there? I mean,
no. This is what I mean. People don't understand what the 115 charge is actually made up of. They're made up of 5 main charges. One of them is the Mancini money. One of them is non-cooperation. And then one of them is a UEFA charge. One of them is then the Premier League charges on not having your books right.
Well, also, you're not allowed to be owned by a state, right?
Not owned by a state.
Yeah, but I'm saying, do you generally believe your ownership have nothing to do with the state? You think they're completely separate? It's just unlike Newcastle, just an innocent pension fund. That just like green. It's just completely different. It's just separate. Do you think the Premier League turns a blind eye to these things?
Can I interject before Martin comes in here?
In any ownership,
did you make the law? Sorry, Martin. Can I just, Jim? I'm just asking for it. Did you just make a law that they're not allowed to be owned by a state or whatever?
My understanding was that there's not a law. There's regulation.
No. So I'm asking you because you said you're not allowed to be owned by a state. I'm just saying, is that a law in the state?
My understanding is the Premier League have a rule enforced where ownership by governing bodies is not permitted. So that's why Newcastle are owned by PIF, as an example, which is a pension fund that just happens to be associated to Saudi Arabia and like the same branding. And that's why people find it so frustrating watching it.
So I don't know. So what is your point? So what is your point? I'm not sorry. So what is your point? Are you saying they're owned by a state or they're not owned by a state?
I'm saying they are, but
okay,
by
great.
stealth.
So I agree with you. I'm Arab.
And I'm not against them being owned
the
by
owner
a state.
of Manchester City.
Yeah.
The owner of Manchester. Let me just finish this point because I want to get this out of the way because we want to speak about the football. Manchester City are owned by a guy. Yes, the Manchester City are owned by a guy that is in the royal family in the Emirates. Yeah. The PIF are part of the royal family in Saudi Arabia. Are you saying that is advantageous over the rest?
Am I saying it's advantageous? I'm asking
the question. Just want to know what your stance is.
Am I saying it's an advantage? I'm saying it is an advantage. Yeah, it is an advantage.
Okay, why is it an advantage?
Because there will be more resources available for them than there would be if you were owned by an organization that wasn't linked to a political
Do you think
leader.
The Spurs owners are richer than the Southampton owners?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Do you think that's an advantageous?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. No, but the point I was making,
so why is that fair and the Man City ownership are not fair?
I never said it wasn't fair. What I said was that when we were discussing whether Man City have broken any rules,
I'm going to come to the rules. I don't want to go to the
where
rules.
it came from.
I don't want to go to the rules. I'm going to tell you that. Isn't that why PSR and FFP are there for?
What, to stop state ownership? No, they're not.
No.
I don't think they're there to create fair competition.
To stop people breaking the law, to have an equal opportunity. Isn't that why?
That's what they're branded as, but they're not actually there.
Exactly. Do you believe your belief that City broke the rules? That's your belief, personal.
I believe. My personal view is, I don't think clubs should be hampered as much as they are to use their own resources. I think the financial regulations are not there to provide fair play. They are there to protect elite clubs in their current positions, and Spurs are one of them that benefits from that. Okay. But I do believe also Manchester City have broken some rules historically.
It's okay to say that. By the way, it's an opinion. It's an opinion.
But I don't necessarily agree with the rules they broke in the first place.
Okay,
so
great.
I'm not.
Do you? Yeah.
So
do you believe other clubs break? Do you believe other clubs broke the rules, like Chelsea?
Oh, of course, yeah. Chelsea.
Do you believe Spurs
broke the break?
Do you believe all the clubs broke the? Okay. Do you believe?
Sorry, hang on, Mo, you're going down in circles.
Hold on, because I'm gonna give those at the end, Jim.
We're not giving facts.
Chelsea are not proven guilty. Spurs are not guilty of anything. Man City are not guilty of anything. Your belief of them breaking the rules, we can discuss that. It's up to us to discuss it. You can have your own belief.
You can do your bit of jealous show another time. Enjoy yourself. Do your bit of jealous show another time if you want.
That's it. But for me, City now are spending $500 million. Liverpool spent $500 million.
Yeah.
Liverpool spent $500 million.
No one said a thing. Everyone was dancing in the streets about it.
Nobody was dancing.
That's not true.
No,
that is not
nobody
true.
was dancing.
Everyone went to
Now let's go back. Forget that 115.
Hang on. Mo, one sec, because I want to give facts before we move on.
Give us the facts before we move on.
Right. Do anyone actually know who owns Manchester City? Because I'm just going to go Abu Dhabi.
No, Sheikh Mansour. Yeah.
Nope. Do you know the percentage of it?
I don't know.
No, you know, go and get your Googles out. Do you know the part owned by Chinese?
Tell us.
Part owned by a Chinese group, part owned by an American group, part owned, then majority owned by that. There's just under 25% ownership within Chinese and American as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we just state owned all over the place.
Okay.
We're just dipping all over the world.
So who's the majority? Okay. Fair enough. So what's your point? Sheikh Mansour owns 80. Okay, hold on. Sheikh Mansour owns 80% of the club.
Yeah.
No, he owns 74, 75.
I'm just looking at it. Ownership structure. Sheikh Mansour via ADUG owns approximately.
Right, I'm telling you as a
81.84.
Manchester City fan, not what you're showing on Twitter or wherever you're at.
That's not Twitter. That's public
That's
information.
Google. Don't
That's
mess around
public
with Google.
information.
Yeah?
That's not me.
I'm telling you, as a guy who lives in Abu Dhabi, I've lived there for 4 years. I ain't seen a Man City fan for years. Let me tell you that right now.
Anyway,
I'll go to the club
I'm
shop.
wondering this.
It's
Someone
empty.
who lives in Manchester,
It's
I've never seen a
empty.
United fan in
Yes,
Manchester.
Island
but
is
never mind.
empty.
Can we go?
I've never seen a United fan in
Let's
Manchester. They don't exist because they've all come with southern accents.
Let's now let's actually talk about something.
Yes, go for it.
Does Guehi to Man City tip the scale?
What do you mean by tip the scale?
I want to hear it. He means tip the scale towards City winning the title or favourites, right?
Should Man
Over
City have
Arsenal.
pressure as we put pressure on Liverpool? Should Man City the questions are, should we have pressure on Man City to win the Premier League or the Champions League now? And also, as we did on Liverpool, when I said that Liverpool
Arsenal are
was
the best team in the world, in all the land, in all the world, and the greatest.
no, but
team in
we said
the
that
universe.
Liverpool are failing. Martin,
No, I'm giving Arsenal the props. Arsenal must. They've led the league all season. We'll see what
okay.
happens.
So it doesn't, because I've seen a lot of people saying that Guehi now tips the scale to City. Now they got their centre back.
No.
It doesn't. You don't think it does?
No. Arsenal most of the greatest team in the world ever created.
You're
And
being
they did it.
disingenuous, obviously.
And they
but
did
the
it on a
point being-
shoestring budget. They did it on a shoestring
point
budget.
being,
All the players are from their academy. It's a
anyone that
beautiful thing.
buys
at Arsenal that I'm
Semenyo-
watching at the moment.
Anyone that buys Semenyo and Guehi stands a better chance of winning the Premier League than not having them in their squad, right? The question is, has it tipped the scale? I
And is
still
it too
think
late?
I still think City have got flaws. I still think City have got weaknesses. Listen, you can slap up Exeter for 10, no problem. And Semenyo scored 2 and 2. Class. We know what Semenyo brings. He brings Premier League goals. We know what Guehi brings. He brings solidity. I think he's a quality centre back. I've always said it. Does it tip the scales? Not for me, but I do think it gives City a better chance. How can it not? You've got Semenyo and you've got Guehi. It gives you a better chance than not having them. Otherwise, you're walking around with no fit centre backs really.
Put that up
No.
if you want, Bob. I don't mind.
Hey,
Put it up if you want, Bob. I'm just rattling.
I'd say no, but I'd say like, do you think who's got the better manager? Most people would say Pep Guardiola is the best manager in the world.
Without a shadow of a
Who's
doubt.
got the best player in the world in their squad? Manchester City. Semenyo is probably the best left winger in the league. So of course it's edged City. I think City fans have to say they're probably in a position where they should realistically demand to be very close to Arsenal.
Martin said a few weeks ago, listen, we're going to buy in January and we'll chase you down. Now he's saying, now he's being a bit disingenuous, but I assume he's probably still believing the same thing, that City will chase us down. I don't think he will.
I believe, as I said to you, and I said this to Mo, ask me after the next 3 away games in the league.
You said that
But we're
last 3
asking you
game
now.
away game. You said that. You
We're
said
asking
that
you
last
now.
game.
No. I said
You literally
United.
said that before.
No,
You
no.
literally said that before Sunderland and Nottingham Forest and Chelsea.
Hang
You
on a
literally
minute.
did this and Sunderland. You
And
literally
we
did
won.
this.
What I'm saying is,
You
I
didn't
said,
win. You drew against Chelsea. You drew against Sunderland.
I'll go on.
Who else did you draw against? I'm sorry. You literally
What
said
I
that 3
said,
weeks
Mo,
ago.
Mo,
I have the
right.
receipts,
Two
man. I
ears.
have the receipts. I have the
Right,
receipts.
Mo, you have 2 ears for listening.
Listen.
You have more ears than you have a mouth.
I'm
For a
silent for the
reason.
last 20 minutes. I haven't spoken for the last 15 minutes.
I've only just arrived.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Tell us.
Jesus, man. For me, United away, Tottenham away, and Liverpool away, of course that's their pivotal in the season. If we can come out of 9 points out of that, then yeah, I think we'll go on and win the title.
Will you come out with 9 points?
Will you come with 9 points?
We'll see. Game at a
Oh,
time.
well.
No, listen, you want me to come on here with the chest and giving it the bigging because we spent
No,
we
I'm not
spent
trying
this
to
money.
cut you off.
Listen,
I'm not
you
trying
said
to
I'm
it
cut
yourself.
you
allowing,
off.
I'm going to let the
Martin,
ass. Listen,
I am
I
not
have been
trying to
told
cut
for 6 months.
Martin. I am not trying to cut you. I'm saying you're okay. Ask
Do you want
me.
the do you want the lottery
No.
numbers at the weekend as well?
Oh,
I can
my
give you
God,
them
this
if you want.
This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Okay, let me check this out. Let's check this out. Neil, you have Nottingham Forest away, you have Man United at home, and you have Leeds away. What are your expectations of that?
Yeah, look, minimum 7 points, but I think 9's doable.
So
If
what do you
we
think?
drop
How many do you think you're gonna get? Just you think you're gonna get? Nobody's catching anybody out here. Go ahead.
7.
See, it's
I'll take
very
7
easy.
points.
It's simple.
I'm not
You can
changing what I
predict.
said.
If you ask me
I
about my team,
said-
what do you expect? I'm expecting us to do this.
I said it. I said at the start of the season, I think we'll win the league. If we don't, we don't.
Yeah, of course.
The reason
By the
I'm
way,
doing this game is
and
because
I'm not here trying to cut you off.
I'm told every show and every stream that Arsenal are this, Arsenal are that. I give Arsenal credit. It's condescending. I don't give Arsenal credit. I'm being disingenuous. I'm not giving them the credit they deserve.
Who told you this?
If
Not
any
me.
team is looking for validation,
Not me.
it's
Not me.
Arsenal. And their
Come on,
fan base
Martin, back your
looking for
team.
the
You've got
validation.
Semenyo, you've got Guehi. You can do it. Come on, back your team. Say it.
I said we'd win
He
the league
does.
before we bought them.
Perfect.
Where I changed is when our whole back line went down injured. That's when I changed.
And then you got
saying
Guehi,
that,
who's going to be
I
available.
see whether we'd go in the market. If you wanted me the next 3 games to go with Max Lane and Hushinov, then no, of course I'm not going to say we're going to be favourites. Max Lane's a young
But
kid.
now
who was
you've
at
got
Watford
Guehi
3
who's
weeks
going to
ago.
slot straight in. So now what are you saying?
Well, we'll see. We'll see how he fits in. I still think we'll win the league. We'll see what
You still
happens.
think?
Let me do this. We did this one. Don Hugo Vienna made us forget Tiki in 6 months. Wow.
He'll never make us forget Cheeky. Never.
See? Fair enough. Ahmed is saying, was this law introduced in 2008 or right before Newcastle purchase?
No, it was PSI was brought in 2011, 2012-ish when City started being more successful. What was brought in for Newcastle was the third-party rule. What's it called? The aligned parties rule. What's it? I can't think of what it's called. The one City won.
Chelsea owned by 50 states of America. By the way, I don't care if you're owned by a person in Saudi Arabia, as long as you're not allowed to spend
Related
as much
parties,
as you want.
Related parties.
Yes, the related party.
That's what was brought in for Newcastle. FFP was brought in to try and stop Sir, or to prevent another Manchester City happening.
So people after the Guehi thing, does that relate to Arsenal in any fact? Does Arsenal need to respond in this market at all? Or Arsenal have a complete squad? Anybody can answer
Arsenal have
this.
a complete squad for me. They got a great defense as well. I don't think they need to.
Yeah, who do they? Because they have to move someone. They've got to. You only get limited squad spots, right? I'm trying to think who they'd have to move out to move in. They're in that position of luxury now. They've built that it's pretty hard to. You'd have
Neil
to sell,
wanted
wouldn't you?
Guehi.
Yeah, okay.
Just so City can't get.
Oh,
get
just so
him.
City can't get. Okay, fine.
No, I like
I
Guehi.
thought you
I
wanted
like
him as
Guehi.
an
I think
actual
if
legitimate
Arsenal
backup.
can improve, it's the left winger, and I don't think it's like that bad. Especially
Yeah,
if you have
look.
Eze, who hasn't played for a while. I think City needed that because of the injuries. Like City needed a centre back because Gavardio is out until the end of the season, basically. And John Stones, we never know he's going to come back.
City
adding Semenyo is. Listen, I like
but
Semenyo.
listen, if City add in Semenyo and Guehi, improves City, but it's not like we have to respond in return. Does it make it slightly tighter? Yeah, but I think we've got to just back what we've got because we have got a very balanced squad. I'd say it's pretty complete or good enough to win the title this season, in my opinion. Now, whether Pep chases down or not, we'll see. But City buying Semenyo and Guehi doesn't say to me, oh, shit, it's our move now. They've made their move. They've got what they've got. We're good with what we got.
Can I ask a question about this Guehi thing? We had this discussion yesterday. Why did Guehi choose City right away and not wait for the summer to go to Arsenal or Liverpool or Real Madrid or something?
Win a title this season.
Maybe Palace wanted to sell him. So we're going to sell you. We need some money from you. That could be a possibility.
It's 20 million. It's not a lot of money, but yeah. Maybe because they needed to sell him now. And so why nobody else moved for him? Why Liverpool didn't move for him for 20 million?
Maybe he didn't want to go there. Maybe he just wanted to work under Pep. You know, arguably the best manager
No,
in world
I'll
football.
give you Pep. Anybody would want to work under Pep.
Well, there you
Guardiola,
go,
to
isn't
be
it?
honest.
He has a proven record of making players better. He wants to be the best. It's understandable. He wants to go there.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. Right, can I ask a genuine question here?
To who?
Genuine.
We're
to
five,
everyone,
we're
the whole
five people.
panel. We'll go round.
The whole pan. Yes.
Yeah, because
Run the show.
well,
Martin,
you know this.
run the show.
Run the show. All right. Well, welcome to the man. No.
Welcome to
Where
the
did
Mancunian
everyone-
way. Run the show.
Thank you. Where did everyone genuinely think City were going to finish this season?
Third or fourth.
Right. Thank
Second.
you. You're now being honest, Mo. Thank you. Anyone
Third
else?
or fourth.
No, I think they're going to finish third behind Arsenal and Liverpool.
Me
At
too.
the start
Third or
of the
fourth.
season.
Yep.
At the start of the
Third.
season.
Anyone else?
I said nothing more than third or fourth. I said that. Yep.
I said first.
So what's
I've
the
just-
follow-up question?
I said
There
second.
should be a follow-up question.
A
to
lot
this.
of people have Chelsea above us, by the way.
Yeah.
Pre-season,
I thought there was a possibility for Chelsea to
The
finish above us.
Chelsea
Now,
fan
hold on.
had City first, by the way, on this panel. I don't know if anyone missed that. The
So
Chelsea
according
fan
to
had
what you're
City.
saying-
And at this moment in time, it still hasn't changed. I still
Well,
back
Pep is
my.
doing
I'm
No,
not- I still think that they'll do
LB,
it.
I'm sorry, LB. I know. I don't think you're overachieving. Actually, I think you're doing
You said
exactly
we're
what I
finishing
expected.
fourth. So we're overachieving by your
Reverse
metric.
psychology.
I don't think you're okay. I can explain this, and I explained it plenty of times. Right? I don't want to repeat myself to this. City now are a little bit have more points than what I expected them to do. City currently are on course to make 80 points this season, which is what I expected. The reason why you are second today, right, is because Liverpool are doing way worse than what I thought. Arsenal are actually doing exactly what I thought they're gonna do. City are doing just a little bit, maybe 2-3 points more than what I thought. I don't think Pep is overachieving or anything. Him being 6 points behind Arsenal is what you expect in game week 2021, because I expected Liverpool to be ahead of Arsenal or equal to Arsenal at this point. Liverpool doing bad is what makes you second, in my opinion. In terms of points and the games you drop points at, apart from one game, which is Crystal Palace, all the other games, maybe it equalizes itself with Brighton, drew into Brighton at home and drew into Chelsea. But City are exactly where I thought you would be in terms of points-wise, everything, right? It's Liverpool. So for me, that's what I thought. Just to explain what I mean that.
So I'm only asking it because I went on a lot of shows.
Yeah,
at the
a
start.
little bit. 2-3 points LB is not by a big margin. You're
No,
having
that's
2-3
fine.
points. It's not a
You-
big margin
this
because
is what I
that
was
can
told.
swing next week. Like,
The title
I
race is
didn't-
going to be Arsenal Liverpool.
yes, I expected them to be like
Everyone
within
said
now.
that.
I expected to be within 1 to 2 points. Arsenal, Liverpool, and it flips like within like stuff
Right.
like this.
So then Chelsea and then Manchester City, right? Which is fine. Some had us third, some had us fourth. So goes back to my question. So you wanted us to stand still, play musical statues, not spend a penny anymore, and just be happy with third or fourth and just let you lot all go off.
No
the
one.
I'd
can
rather
I-
you would have done that. Yeah, of course I would.
No, exactly.
Huh.
There's no right. You're now being honest. And one thing you're doing, because this is what I mean with Manchester City, people are coming at it from a banter and a little bit of hate point of view, which is fine.
Okay.
I understand that. The reason is people are saying this about City, and you don't have to be honest, but you can feel it, you can smell it. There's fear in the air again. People are going, crap, City are spending again.
Yeah, because
Here
you
we
are
go.
given.
There's
Okay,
fear going around
can I
again.
answer-
You
can I answer
thought we
this?
were back
Can I
fourth.
answer this?
Can
Can I answer this?
fans looking at me?
I
15
can
whatever
answer
it
this. I don't want this to turn into Martin versus Mo. I want to, but I'm going to give my point and let the others actually comment
No, I
on it.
want people to be honest, and I don't.
I'm going to
think
tell you.
people
I'm
are
going to
being
tell you
honest.
because you have the best manager in the world, and you are giving him the tools that will make you
And why was
the
we
best team in the
fourth? Why was we fourth then?
third or fourth because you
I'm
didn't
sorry,
have the team.
Third last season, and then you people had us in a worse situation. We had a one
I
win.
still
in
don't think you're going to
14
win the
last
league.
season.
I still
Didn't
think you're
you
going to win the
say?
league.
Cool. It's
Okay, hold on,
difficult
hold
to
on.
be scared.
I still
when you-
think
when
that
you're
you're not going to
drawing
win the
at home.
league. Okay, I don't think you get the point. I
What's
still
that?
don't think that City are favorites to win the league for me. You can win the league, right? Having Guehi and having Semenyo ads. I still think that Arsenal are ahead of you. That's my opinion, personal opinion. Jim has a different opinion. Other people have different opinions, right? But for
Yeah.
me, if you are giving Pep the tools, I don't care, right? But I don't want, just for me, that's personally, I don't want the dominance because it's for me, as long as it's not my team dominating, I think it's bad that's for me. It's bad for me personally. As long as it's not if it's not my team, I don't want the dominance. I want different winner So for me, you are giving Pep everything that he needs is basically, right? Is basically you're going to become the best team again. That's it.
I don't really get the fear part as well, like the insinuation that everyone gets angry when Man City are doing well. The mid-table and below don't care because they're not competing with Man City. They just, if you ask most of the fans of those clubs, they're going, they're great, City. They bring in global superstars. They're great to watch. They elevate the quality of the Premier League. They bring more money into the Premier League. We're not in that fight anyway. They might buy one of our players for loads of money and that helps us. Like, they probably couldn't care. But even in the top six, the big six, even though we discussed Spurs probably aren't one of them anymore, I've been cheering City on for the last 3 seasons because the alternative is Arsenal. And I'm sure that Man United fans have been cheering. Yeah, because I'm a Spurs fan. But other teams, when Liverpool were chasing down the title, I'm sure there's people who don't want Liverpool to win the league who are going, please, City, please. City are always because City's, you're only direct rivals with Man United in the division. Everyone else is kind of like, you're the only team that can stop our rivals winning things. So we go, it's not us. I hope it's City. That's how the rest of us all think.
City, most clubs, most people's second team.
Yeah.
Because no one wants Arsenal to win the league.
I don't hate City.
It's what it is. I don't really care. But no one. But I mean, City, you might feel it, Martin. You're getting a bit of stick or a bit of hate or whatever.
No. I'm not bothered about stick. I've had it for 15 years. Since the 1-1 fines come out, people get very rattled with us. And I understand it. I get it. I'd probably be the same if another team had that many charges and they could still go and spend. But our argument back is maybe we're just innocent.
But
and
do you think even with the one point, you might innocent until proven guilty? Are you saying like the neutral fan, so not Man City, not Arsenal, would they rather, even with the 1-1-5, would they rather City win the league or Arsenal win the league?
The majority of people I've spoke to they'll turn around. I only speak to people who maybe it's the shows I go on. There's a lot of anti-City hate in the shows I go on. Maybe it's the shows I go on, Emil. You know what I mean? But
how is that City hate if I have Jim cheering for City, I have Mark cheering for City, I got Neil being honest about City, only Sal, because he's a Man United fan, he doesn't want City to win. That's it. So how is this a hate for City? Mark, who do you want to win the league? In his bed
Mark, crying all day.
Hold on, Mark, who do you want to win the league?
Chelsea.
No, apart from
out of City and Arsenal, Mark, they're your only two choices at the moment.
Of course, City. I'm a Chelsea fan.
Jim, who do you want to win the league? You're from London. You're from North. You're like at Spurs. Who do you want to win the league? If it's Chelsea, if City or Arsenal are there?
Yeah, City.
100%. That is given.
Yeah, remember last year we wanted Son to lose the game against.
I thought that was disgraceful, by the way. But it is what it is.
Yeah, but I think that shows where
Sal is a Man United fan. I'm not expecting Sal to sit here and say I want City to win the league.
No, but
I don't understand. Why are you saying? You know what I don't understand? What I don't understand is a Man United fan or a Liverpool fan saying I would rather City win the league than Arsenal because of Arsenal fans.
We've only got United fans. Liverpool fans. There's so many Liverpool fans that want City to win the league over Arsenal. Do you know?
And even though,
because there's so many Liverpool fans in London.
I've had Man United fans telling me I can't stand
so many United fans in London as well. You don't get many in Manchester.
But you're in the same city. You're in the same.
You don't get many in Manchester.
That's very true. But Man United, Man City.
Oh, you do.
It's Manchester. No United fan's gonna want Man City to win the title. But
the
surprise is there's lots of
some do.
Some of the London ones do.
Being
from London, some London Man United fans want City to win the league other than Arsenal because of the Arsenal fan base.
Which is, I think it's nuts. It's like me wanting AC Milan to win the league over Napoli, for example. That's freaking mad.
For the Napoli.
No, the thing that's confusing me is we were fourth, we were third, we were nowhere near anything.
So what is your point?
We spend a bit of money, and now we must win the title. I don't get it. I don't get what people are wanting. How have we gone from being fourth place Manchester City?
So you want to sign Semenyo? You want to sign one of the best centre backs in the league and you want to sign one of the best wingers in the league, but there should be zero. And you are okay. So hold on. Let me put this straight for context. So Man City just signed Mark Guehi and signed Semenyo, right? And Shirky turned out to be fantastic. They are 6 points behind Arsenal, having to host Arsenal at the Etihad in game week 21, but it should be zero pressure on Manchester City to win the league. Is that what I'm hearing from Martin?
No.
That's what you
I've
just
been
said.
asking.
Am I wrong, guy?
Why was everyone having his fourth at the start of the season?
I see what you're saying. Well, I see what you're saying. Did two signings really warrant saying?
Yeah, are we saying two signings
of suddenly
made it go fourth, bang, straight up?
I get that, but if we're being honest, that's just that's the part of fun of being a football fan is you just be transparent. You've signed two good players and a lot of money.
I can literally answer this.
Most people had City third before the season started. Liverpool falling apart, so by default, City are going to be second.
That's not correct, actually. A lot of people had City challenging, actually. A lot of people had City. By the way, I was on the minority. I am the minority that said that. A lot of people told me, you are mad to rule City out. You're mad to put City third. A lot of people told me that I am crazy to actually suggest that City are going to be third.
But let's go on the premise.
They are crazy. Let me just say that.
Let's go on the premise, though.
I need to literally. I don't know why LB is at me in the chat now. I was told I'm crazy, okay, which is fine, right? Let me just tell you this: if Arsenal last season were behind Liverpool by that many points, right, by 6-7 points, and they go and have two marquee signings in January, wouldn't people say Arsenal must win the league? I want to ask you the same energy.
Not to me.
Anyone in the chat, anyone in the panel. If Arsenal signed a striker last season and a centre back after Gabriel got injured, marquee, not anyone, you signed Semenyo. I know a lot of people saying that Semenyo is one of the best wingers in the league. Numbers-wise, he is. They signed Mark Guehi, one of the best centre backs in the league, correct? I want you to go back to last season where Arsenal were 7 points behind Liverpool, leading the pack, right? And Arsenal made these two signings. Wouldn't the energy be, you signed two in January, shouldn't you be winning the league? You must or you must not. I want people to answer that question so you will know where I'm coming from when I say, is there pressure in City now to actually go and win the league? Someone answer. I mean, you guys get the question.
There's always pressure on the second team, in my opinion. Like if because Liverpool fell out of the title race by default, City are second. There's going to be pressure on the second team to put pressure on the first team, Mo. So last season, you got to use your eye test as well, right? And I shouldn't really be making this case, but I'll make the case. Basically, if Liverpool were so good last season compared to the rest of the league, let's be honest, that Arsenal stuttering to January and signing those two players, it would be disingenuous looking at the eye test and seeing how good Liverpool were and not dropping any points, that suddenly those two signings mean Arsenal have to go and win the league. Would it not?
No, I agree. But I think if Spurs were second and chasing down Liverpool in that spot, I, as a fan just of Spurs, would be probably deluded with excitement at signing two amazing players like that. And I now believe we were going to go on and win the league. Outside, your neutral would probably say you're
respectfully, I think the key word is deluded.
Can I put the facts out for the people in the chat? In game week 21, which was exactly as of today, January 16th, right? Arsenal were behind Liverpool by only 5 points. Okay? Not 6. 5. So I want you to imagine yourself in January 16th and Arsenal last season signed two players. What would happen? What would the narrative be?
Boost.
I'm never backing Arsenal. Forget that.
No. But what would the narrative be? What would the narrative be? What would the headlines be?
If Arsenal don't win it, they're bottle jobs. That would be the narrative.
Yeah, thank you. But if I sit here, right? And I say that City signed two very good players, which I think that City put themselves in a very good position. And I'm saying that City are a very good team. Pep Guardiola, they're proving a lot of people, and they're proving me wrong by some of the football I'm seeing up front. With Shirky, absolutely fantastic signing. Foden is playing some good games, very good games. Semenyo is fantastic. And I'm saying that you signing Semenyo and signing Guehi, there should be a little bit of pressure. Martin doesn't like it.
You're right. You're
Martin
right.
doesn't like it.
The narrative now would be, if City do go win the title, it'll be Arsenal bottled a 6 point.
You still bottled it. You still bottled
Arsenal
it.
bottled
it. Otherwise, I'm not.
But we haven't got the best coach
on this.
We haven't got the best coach. We haven't got the best strike. I get it.
Why have you told us all you had the best squad in the universe, the deepest, the best? I
still expect us to win the league, Martin. I'll even go further and say we're single-handedly keeping you in a title race. We are 4 points dropped against Liverpool. Just unacceptable in my.
So you can't put pressure on us. We're buying two.
I'm not putting pressure on you. I'm putting pressure on us to win the league. What I'm saying, the narrative will be that Arsenal bottled the league. They bottled a 6 point. That's the narrative that will be. But in reality, look, it is what it is. But if you do win the league, then I think I agree with that. I think because people say Arteta's not a good manager. He's kept the job for this long. So why is the pressure on Arsenal in the first place from the media? If Arteta's that bad and he's stealing a living, and Pep is the best manager in the world, we should have any pressure on us. But it'll always be, the narrative will always wind down. And what Mo's saying, the narrative will always be, last season it would have been we bought Semenyo and Guehi and we bottled the league. And this season, in reverse, you guys are chasing us. If it'll be bottled the league. So. And that, let's be honest, that would be the narrative. For me personally, though, as a Gooner, as an Arsenal fan, watching what I'm watching, we're keeping you in a title race single-handedly. We should win the title this season, regardless of Semenyo and Guehi.
Let me do the super chats because I want to talk about the game tomorrow. Can Man United do something, or is a full-on conclusion, as a lot of people are saying? Let me do these super chats. Thank you for everyone being here. We've got 700 people in the house. Can we get the likes up to 185? Big up everyone in the chat. Guys, we are only on 180 likes. You can get us to 300 likes. City put their nut on the best league in the world for a decade and still aren't satisfied. I love this club. Ambition. It's called, I said it many times. The difference between an Arab...
Successful clubs do. Successful clubs don't allow the managers to go 5 years winning now.
We won 30.
Say that again. Say that again.
Successful clubs don't allow managers to go 5 years without winning now.
I don't know. I'll let Neil answer this, not me.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fair. That's as Martin's prerogative. That's fair. I would say we stand the best chance of success by having kept Arteta, because we're there or thereabouts every season. If you're there or thereabouts in any other sport, in whatever, sooner or later you'll win one.
Yeah, but you already said if you don't win the league, then you want to get rid of Arteta.
No,
so
there's context, Mark.
Bro,
if we fall apart and City win the league, or whoever wins the league by 7-8 points, and there's no title challenge, then it looks like Arteta's not going to be the guy to get us over the line. If we lose the title on the last day of the season and it's 95 points versus 94, it would be foolish to sack the guy that's 1 point off the title.
And how about if you finish 4 points behind? That means since now you would have dropped 10.
Got a big one.
No, but look, it's context, isn't it, Mark? You got to see if it's like the last day of the season, we haven't even taken it down to the final day, then yeah, it looks like Arteta's not going to be the guy to get us over the line. I think he will. I think he'll get us over the line. I really do. But
transfer tip. Let me just go through this. If Terry Flowers says a player is going to Arsenal, they're joining Man City, good to know. I'm going to tell Terry this, Mr. Perfecto. I'm going to tell Terry that he said this. Maybe that's the case. Did he say that? I never, guys, I never thought that Guehi is joining Arsenal. I thought it would be a Real Madrid, a Bayern Munich, City now. I never thought that he's going to Arsenal. I don't think that Arsenal need him. And I didn't think that Arsenal need an extra center back. So, Mr. Perfecto, I never thought that, but big up. We all know rival fans are cocks for City. Rival fans fear Arsenal fans if they win the league.
Yeah,
It's
I think it's
true.
everyone's worst.
Genuinely this.
It's everyone's
Yeah,
worst
but
nightmare to see them
the
doing a
narrative's
video.
already
out-
written.
God.
But the narrative's already written for you,
That's
Jim.
a
If
house.
Arsenal, let's say Arsenal do win the league, it'll be like, oh well, they've won one in 21 years. It's just like, there'll always be something to beat Arsenal with stick with, and that's fine too. I do think if we do win this league title, though, we'll win multiple.
I do
if
think
we win it
Arsenal.
this
Let me go through these before we so Martin and LB, you better not drop points tomorrow to a crap Manchester United at Old Trafford. What will be the point of talking so much and still not getting 3 points? Martin, are you confident about tomorrow?
I agree. We have to win tomorrow.
And by the way,
think you will.
I'm gonna say something to Man United fan, and Sal can correct me if I'm wrong. Man United should not be accepting defeat tomorrow, regardless of who the players are, regardless of who the manager is. If you're a Man United big club and you're hosting Manchester City, you have to be up for it.
We have to win tomorrow. I've already said 3-1 tomorrow.
Same as Mark said for Chelsea. It doesn't matter if it's Liam Rosenior, it doesn't matter who plays for Chelsea. If Arsenal come to the bridge, he's expecting his team to win.
Yeah, man.
We were speaking about this, right, Mark? So
Yeah, you're right.
excuses about a new manager or not a new manager. In derbies, if my team is playing Juventus or Milan tomorrow, I don't care. I don't care if it's me, Sal, Martin, Mark, Jim, or Neil on the pitch for Inter. I'm expecting a win.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Mhm.
Rival
that's
fans
not the
want
same
us
as
to
saying-
care. What rival fans want us to care that they don't care. They do care. I'm going to tell you something, how they care about Man City. With everyone that keeps saying that they don't care about Man City, why everyone is talking about Guehi? If you don't care. Everyone cares.
I think
That's
they care
my
because
point
everyone wants.
earlier.
Everyone
Yeah,
wants.
but
Mark-
my point
Mark
earlier,
Mark
that was
Guehi.
my whole point. All this we don't care, City are irrelevant. We live rent free in people's heads. Just
You
admit it.
win, you're relevant. Adam here is saying we're not overachieving. We don't win the Prem. It's a failure. Fair enough. We have signed the best available attacker and defender in the league. Standards have to be upheld. But Martin doesn't want me to say that. Adam, Martin doesn't want me to say. When I say it, Adam is a Man City fan. Martin doesn't want me to say this, Adam.
I
That's
don't
the
want to say
difference.
what.
You
No,
don't want me to
I
say
mean,
that.
What?
You don't want me to.
What?
This super chat represents exactly what I've been talking about for the last 20 minutes. This particular super chat.
I
Jim,
said
I
we'd
know
win
it's
the
after
league
go,
at the
let me
start
know.
of the season. I said we'd win the league at the start of the season.
There is a difference between we would win the league and pressure.
No, my personal belief is my personal belief. You need to scrap that out. My personal belief is, as I said, I'm not a City fan for the trophies.
I know
There's
you
the
are.
difference.
No, yeah.
That's just the difference. Of course, the club want to win the league. Of course they do. That is the standards they have set. I think, no, I said at the start, and by the way, mine wasn't the players, mine was Pep. Said it
Fair
a
enough.
1,000 times.
Yeah, but I want to. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna do the rest of the super chat. There's 2 super chats. I'm gonna do, but this is a response to this. The difference between City this season and Arsenal last year is City had been the most dominant team in England for a decade, and Arsenal have been a nearly men. City earned a break. Great. So City earned the break because they won the league 4 times in a row. So does the hunger stop, my friend? And if that is the case, why do you still have the best manager in the world? Why do you have the best striker in the world? Why are you spending $500 million? If that is the case, so Liverpool won the league last season. We should not label Liverpool as failures this season. I have the same energy, my friend. I said, and everyone in the panel, when I told Jamie's story, I told him Liverpool are the most failure club this season in England because of the money they spent. Am I wrong? I know that, Jim, you have to go, guys. Thank you, Jim, for joining us. Appreciate you, Jamie.
Cheers.
Jim, thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Jim. So to respond to this, nobody earns breaks in football, my friend. That's why clubs go and sign the best players to win. That's why Liverpool went and signed the best, because they want to dominate. Them not retaining the title is failure for Liverpool. It doesn't matter if you have the manager. It doesn't matter if you haven't won it in 20 years. Big clubs always demand success.
I disagree with the money thing. Because, I mean, every club spent, you look at the top 5 clubs have all spent money.
You literally, you and Okay, I'm not gonna. People are gonna say I have an
No,
agenda.
I'm just Mo.
I'm gonna say I have an agenda.
Mo,
Come on.
Mo,
No,
I'm just
wallahi, if
saying-
I speak, people. The problem is, Mo, every time
So
I
should
speak,
Man United
people
be
say
winning the league? Where's the
100% they're
expectations
fucking
on United
failures.
then? You spent $2 billion.
Sal, are you failures for spending the money and not winning?
Yeah, we're failures for spending the money and not winning.
So, but Mo, there's one title. So there's always going to be 5 failures and 1 winner.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
There's
That's
only
what
one
I'm
winner.
saying.
that's how it works.
There's only one winner.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you failed as a football club. It's the end of the world. No, you go again the year after.
People
go
jump
again.
into the banter mode because I think the money argument's a lazy argument. Doesn't give the players, the coaching staff, and the managers any kind of credit either. I think people just go, it's just money.
I don't think so. But anyway, they must think doesn't work against City because hunger and ambition are the club's DNA. The opposition know what we are about. We are going for it every year. And I love this. And that's what I said about the difference between an American ownership and an investment fund ownership and an Arab owner. An Arab owner would want to win every year, would do that every year. Sal lives in Emirates and I lived in Saudi Arabia. I know. These people would want to win at any cost because these people want their clubs to win. American owners, and I said that many times, there is an internal audit and an external audit. The stock price is here. Oh my God, the shareholders are not making enough money. We need to adjust. They would rather have the investment be sustainable more than winning. That's the investment fund in America. That's why, for me, I want an Arab owner. It's not only an Arab, I want an owner like a Moratti for Inter, where the guy would do everything in his power to win. A Berlusconi for Milan would do everything in his power to win. I don't want an investment fund like Chelsea, with all due respect, to run the club. That's why Chelsea fans are upset. It's about the investment rather than the winning. So I'm with the Arab owners. I
want a Russian owner.
Exactly. I'm with the Italian. I am with the Italian
you chased
owner.
him out of town.
Yeah,
I want an Italian to win. I want an Italian to win, to own Inter. I want anybody, a person that would care about his club winning rather than people that will tell me about the audit. And I'm sorry, we need to balance the books because we cannot spend because the shareholders are upset.
Listen, everyone wants a massive takeover. Of course they do. United fans were doing the Sheikh Jism stuff and going, oh, blah, 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 blah.
100%.
And they were loving it.
100%.
Liverpool fans were doing it. People, of course, they all want it.
Yeah, we do want
the reason the pressure is on Arsenal is because you haven't won the league for 22 years. And for the last 5 years in a row, you have said you should win it. No one is denying this. Has anyone denied this?
The last 5 years.
I haven't said it. The last 5 years we should win it. I haven't said that. I said last year going into last season we should have won it pre-season before the season started. In my opinion, this season we should win it.
City deserve a break, then might as well not compete. Now that's the response to the super chat that said City deserve a break. A break. I've never heard this in football, by the way. A break. I've never heard this. I've never heard a manager talk about taking a break from winning. I never heard this in my life.
I don't know, Mo, but can we preview United City now?
I never heard Alex Ferguson.
Yeah, but Mo, I've got to go.
One question: how many? Sorry, mine. How many teams has Pep built now? Because obviously, between that, he has to build another team as well. When you're going on, you have to bring in new players and that, and you're not gonna win it every year.
Third time.
He's building a third now, isn't he?
Third time now. Yeah. Well, some will say 4, but I think, yeah, rough for me, it's 3 times. I think the rebuild will get finished in the summer. That's why I think they're doing the Elliot Anderson deal as well. See, people forget we lost 14 players in the summer. 14.
Elliot Anderson would be a big signing.
I don't like
14 players. We lost that. You know, when you're losing the likes of KDB, Edison, etc., all out the door, Kanja, the massive losses that have been part of it.
This is why I had you third, mate.
People talk about players going in, but they don't talk about the players going out.
Big up Tony. Big up Tone. Blue Tone in the chat. When are you coming to the channel, Tone? City fans are masters at gaslighting.
I'm sorry to boycott you.
Why is he boycotting me? We're friends.
Oh my God, you don't get banter, do you? Your banter's in the mud.
City fans are masters at gaslighting. Let's make one clear. You won a treble recently. Arsenal lost one 20 years ago. You are not underdogs. Fair enough. That's an Arsenal fan. And City, no. But I think I'm going to be completely honest. I said it in the beginning of the season. They won this season. Arsenal have way more pressure than City to win the title because of where the teams are. Now, City have signed these two players. I still think that Arsenal have more pressure to win it for one fact. Arsenal are 6 points ahead.
That's it.
That's it. That's one thing. They're 6 points ahead already. You already have an advantage, right?
Yeah.
You already have an advantage. Arsenal have more pressure than City. But City have pressure as well.
That's all I said earlier, and you killed me for it. I said,
you said I don't want any pressure.
Advantage.
Arsenal have an advantage.
That's what I said.
I still think that Arsenal are favourites to win the league. I said that in my video this morning. I said that Arsenal still favourites to win the league. If that is true, why? Okay, then why do we get reminded every day that they don't care? I'm confused. Yeah, every time I talk to someone, I don't care about City. I don't care about City. I don't care about City. No. Glorious, I'm just going to tell you something. I think rivals care. I think people are afraid of Manchester City. I think I'm going to tell you one thing. I think if Pep announces tomorrow that he's staying 2 more years, there will be a meltdown. People will be scared. People will cry. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you for a fact, right? Because when Pep announced that he might leave, people were doing parties on their streams. It's actually true. People were literally drinking champagne on their stream. Pep is leaving.
I want Pep to stay. I want Pep to stay. Yeah, I do. You test yourself against the best. We finished above City last season. We've got to do it again this season. And if we do, we do. And if we don't, Pep's are done. You do want to test yourself against the best. Pep is the best. Beat him.
Yeah. Rival fans are fuming and I love it. I don't think Neil is fuming and he's an Arsenal fan.
I'm not
fuming. I don't think Sal is fuming.
No, I've been quite bad.
I don't think people are fuming at all.
He was talking rivals as in the table, not rivals as in the area, the city you live in.
I don't think this Guehi thing is trending. It's just, bro, it's
the Guehi thing has triggered everyone. It really
triggered a lot.
By the way,
I actually thought that it was a given that he will go to City. There was only one club for him in January, and Crystal Palace.
I didn't think
Mark is the one who said that. Mark said Crystal Palace wanted the money. It's very simple. They didn't want to lose him on a free.
I didn't think he'd come. I'm not.
Why not? Why not?
I didn't think City would go to the financial lengths. I didn't think they'd give him 200 grand.
20 million pounds and
20 million. Okay, dude, come on.
It's the
no.
It's talking about wages as well, isn't it?
I'm talking about the wages, and they're giving him a 10 million pound signing on fee.
Yeah,
I didn't think they'd do all that.
But by the way, Martin, remember the net spend. 10 million bonus signing bonus doesn't exist it doesn't count in the net. So basically you paid 30 million in the 30 million for Guehi, basically. I genuinely think they will be okay after Pep.
6 months left.
I'm going to tell you something, Hamid. They will be okay after Pep. But I don't think there is a manager in the world currently that will be able to dominate the way City dominated. It's hard. It's nearly impossible to dominate the way City
turned
did.
the Premier League into a monopoly.
Yeah, because he's that good. He's fantastic. He's amazing. And also, he is with owners that are giving him the tools to dominate. And he's using it. You would go against Pep if the owners are giving him the money and he's not dominating. He won them a treble. He won them a 6 league titles in like 9 years. It's crazy, in my opinion.
Crazy.
I think they will be okay. But I think City fans, some of the new City fans, right? And there are a lot of new City fans, right? Especially the younger generation, will have to know that it's very hard to dominate like what City did. Similar to Man United fans who still think that they can dominate football and then they got over themselves in the last 5-6 years.
Well, listen, I used to have that argument all the time. I said, enjoy the 4 in a row, enjoy the treble, because
I was at the treble, Martin. I was at the treble. I said it then.
Exactly.
This is not the regular. Yeah, this is not the regular. Just
Man
enjoy
United
the
fans
moment.
thought they will get another.
Yeah.
Man United fans for years thought they would get
We
another
nearly
30
did.
and they'll dominate again.
2008.
Well,
We nearly did.
Actually, City did the year after. We were 3 games away from back-to-back trebles. That was a weird thing about it. We were back to back. We got in the semi-final of the Champions League, the final of the FA Cup again, which we don't talk about for obvious reasons, and we won the league. So we'd have beaten United in that FA Cup final and beaten Real Madrid in the semi. We were on back-to-back trebles.
We were going to win a treble last season. We were 3 games away.
Listen, we won a treble on the top of your head. Get back in your box. Go and cry.
Yeah, but how much money did you spend to win the treble?
Right.
Talk to me now.
How much money did United spend to win a treble? How much
why did you lump in?
Oh, yeah, going on the stock market in 1992 when the Premier League got because of Mr. Rupert
You are talking to Mo. So you told me we're winning. You are talking to me.
You got a history, but it's not Man United.
Martin, you told Mo. You didn't tell a Man United fan. I don't like fucking Man United, right? You told Mo we won a treble over your head top. And I asked you, and you lumped in Man United to it.
No, listen, of course we spent money. I don't get that. You've just spent 20 minutes about the money argument.
We're poor.
What we get there? Which treble was better, United's or City's? Is that what we're saying?
I'm not going to which
United's
treble was better or City's treble was better. I disagree with you.
Look at that semi-final against Arsenal.
I disagree with you.
United have bigger problems like getting sealant for the roof. That's their big problems right now.
Mate, you were giving
they will win. They will win from time to time, like everyone else. That's what Martin. I listen. I actually, if you aren't tuning to the Mancunian way, Martin keeps telling people this is not the norm. Do not expect you to dominate like this this doesn't happen in football. It's a once in a lifetime thing.
Everyone's crying in the caves.
If Man United win, Martin, are you confident about winning tomorrow?
Yeah, I've said we'll win 3-0.
What?
3-0, yeah.
This is one of the worst United teams I've seen in many, many years.
But you do struggle a bit with United football, even if they've had bad teams in the past. You've always been better. They might not be as bad as before.
If City turn up and they put the performance in, I think we'll whack them all over the stadium.
Oh, that's a big call because you've been better than them for the last however long, but you haven't always beaten them, right? I'm going off the top of my head.
That's derbies. That's derbies. You always get the derby.
Exactly. It's tough to call, isn't it?
There's a lot of pressure on Pep to do
it's tough to call.
I think they'll be up for it. I think I'll back Martin as well. I think they'll do them.
What, 3-0?
Maybe not 3-0, but I think that they should get the win. They have to do it. There's
should
so
get
much
the
pressure
win.
on Pep.
Even Sal knows they should get the win.
Team. I'm don't back my team. I've got no chest. What is this?
No one's having a pop at you. It's a derby, right? It's a derby, right? I think it's tough to call. You're not going to be surprised.
Can you fuck off now? It's a fantastic shirt. It's an absolutely phenomenal shirt. It's a fantastic shirt. Look at the quality of the shirt. What are you talking about?
It's not as nice as the AC Milan one. That's fair.
It's much better than the AC Milan thing. Fucking hate red. Red is shit. Anyway.
I agree.
Mo says that he's wearing an Arsenal shirt underneath, so don't be fooled by Mo.
I believe that as well.
I'm gonna tell you something.
I've still got a screenshot of Mo wearing a Man United.
Hold on. You know what?
He's gonna get his Arsenal shirt now.
You know what? Even the Arsenal shirt. Even the Arsenal shirt.
He's got it in black.
Even the Arsenal shirt I got from OK Jersey is the freaking blue one.
Fair.
Invincible one, that.
So
no, that's the one where
no, that's not.
See
that? Even the Arsenal shirt I got is a blue one.
Hey, look at him with these.
51, I got
I don't know why you got that one. That one's crap.
That's Nicky Weaver's shirt, isn't it? Or was it Sean Coulter?
I like the shirt. I love it. It's actually very good looking. Even my wife said that's a very good look. She wants to take this shirt.
Was it League One final playoff?
So anyway, back to the topic. I got a Man United shirt. It's red. It's fine.
You do know United have been relegated before, don't you?
1974, mate. I do know that very well. Dennis Law.
Let's not do that.
Anyway,
it's a long time. I wasn't born then.
Next summer, another 200 to 300 million. Let's go. City fans are not hiding it now. They're spending the money. Big up German chicken wing. They're spending the money. Red equal more trophies. Always come back when you get a treble and when you get number 20. You play the worst football in the league. You bums. You fucking lucky ass fucks.
Can we get to the derby talk? I've got to jump.
Yeah, let's go. Derby talk.
You're
Derby
doing
talk.
your Milan AC Milan stuff.
Go ahead.
All right, they've gone 3-0. They've gone 3. Martin's gone 3-0. Fair play. I think City should win, but I don't know. I think
3-0 is a stretch, huh?
Yeah.
He's back in his team.
Even as a United fan, Mo, I wouldn't say that.
Where you going, Sal? What's your what are you saying?
3-1.
If City score
United.
first, it's going to be difficult for United. But if United start well and get up for it in the crowd, I think I'll say 3-1 United. That's it. But we're going to have a lot of luck in the game, and we have to play very well. Very well. So, but Mbeumo and Ahmad are back. So,
also, is Guehi available for tomorrow? Just like Semenyo. Yeah, he's available actually. He's gonna do the medical today. He's available tomorrow.
No, tomorrow. Who's doing the medical today? Guy? He's not doing the medical today.
Is it like Semenyo when they announced that he did the medical and he played?
No, he's doing the medical Sunday. Sunday's doing the medical.
Hold on. Really? I thought it's like Semenyo when he was signed in 48 hours. He played for
he's heading up, but no, he's not doing the medical. It's either going to be tomorrow or Sunday.
I don't know. I'm asking you.
No, he's not
playing.
No, he's not playing.
No, I didn't know that. I thought it's like Semenyo because they signed Semenyo. He did the medical 48 hours. He was there in the FA Cup game right away.
Look, Lena. Yeah, no, he's doing his medical.
I didn't know that.
You can buy a medical anyway.
2-2. Desmond.
2-2.
On the fence.
I think it'll be a draw. I think City drop points.
Got your head at your heart.
No, that's my head. My heart would be United 3-1, right? I want United to win the game.
You really okay?
My
So
head,
you think, Mark? I haven't heard it. You think that Man United so head in terms of like logical analyzing the game, Neil? You think that Man United can actually get a result against Man City?
Yeah, I think Man United can get a result.
Why is that? Can you explain to us? Can you explain to us?
We've done it before.
Listen, with a derby, look, Mo, if you're gonna say that, then you're gonna say Man City's gonna win every game, bar maybe, I don't know, Arsenal or whoever, and they might draw that.
Hold on. Don't you think that Sunderland? Do you think Sunderland away is harder? Can I ask a question? Do you think Sunderland away is tougher or Man United away?
We beat Sunderland.
For who? For which club? For you, for Chelsea, no,
for
it matters.
anybody.
It does matter.
You're talking about the derby.
Because
Sunderland's harder.
City are going, yes, but
I agree with Mark.
Tottenham a hard game for you.
City are going, but City going to United. So United not going to roll over against it. When was the last time United rolled over against City in the league? They've been so much shitter.
Earlier on this season.
Early on in the season, but we beat
at Old Trafford. Well,
no, man. We drew.
It doesn't happen.
Last season, that was the worst derby in the history. Both teams played it as a bloody pre-season friendly, and it petered into nothing. That was the worst derby because neither team had nothing to play for, and we were just dicking around in it.
Hold on, City.
We can all agree City. We all agree City the better team, but United are going to. It's Old Trafford. New manager bounce or not, it's going to be a cauldron tomorrow. They're not going to. They never want to roll over for City.
The feeling around Man United at the moment is not a good feeling. Around the club, it's a horrible feeling at the moment. It's very toxic at the moment.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
But look at the league. You got to go league form as well, Mo. City are coming off 3 straight draws, aren't they, in the league?
That's why for me we have to win. There's no room for error tomorrow.
You have to. That's for sure.
Yeah. And I'm sorry, City turn up, and the best City turn up, and the best
you win the game.
Yeah,
win the game.
That's why I'm saying City are turning up tomorrow. They have to do.
That's fair. No one's going to be surprised if City win tomorrow, but I think it's a derby. I'm not convinced by City this season.
Did you do this with Tottenham? When you played Tottenham at the Emirates, did you go, it's a derby, I'm a bit unsure, I'm a bit
actually.
No.
I back us to win at home.
You're going away. Why are we?
I wouldn't be surprised if we.
This is away.
That's what I'm saying.
Why are we forgetting?
City are away.
City actually have a better
you're
record.
Forgetting, Mo. Mo, you're forgetting.
No, I'm talking to Martin. That Martin is forgetting that this is away.
Yes, City actually have a better record at the Swamp than we do at the Etihad. United have had more success at the Etihad over recent years.
Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, but
our success has been at the Swamp.
But tomorrow, it's still. Swamp. Yeah, but you'd rather. Okay. But tomorrow, you'd rather play them at the Etihad or Old Trafford, even knowing the history.
Right now, I'd play them anywhere. I'd play them on the back park at the minute.
You'd rather play them at the Etihad or would you rather play them at Old Trafford?
Right now, probably at the Etihad, but I'm talking about recent seasons. Our form has been better at Old Trafford.
I know, and you'd still rather play him at the Etihad.
No, sorry, I'm not intimidated by United at all. But this is the worst United team in God knows how long.
I think you're going to win. You think you're going to beat them home and away, and that would be completely feasible. What I'm saying to you is, a derby matters if you're away.
Yeah, I think that's for the fans. No, that's for the. I don't think players see this anymore. That's a fanism. Tomorrow morning, I'll wake up.
Ahmad and Buemo, anyone causing your current back line without Guehi trouble tomorrow?
That's where Man United win it, I think.
I think they can do, yeah. But that's why you've got Donnarumma.
To do what?
Donnarumma.
To keep the ball on the net.
But Donnarumma has leaked a lot of goals. What are we on about? He does leak goals.
What are we doing here? We have conceded 4 less goals than you. 4 more goals than you. What are you talking about?
No, but you're saying you got Donnarumma and they've got Mbeumo tomorrow. Tomorrow's game. This is the same Donnarumma that conceded 4.
Conceded all these goals.
Yeah, I'm not bringing about Arsenal. It's nothing to do with Arsenal. It's not. I'm not comparing Arsenal. What I'm saying is Donnarumma has conceded goals. You can't say that's why we got Donnarumma. He conceded 4 at Fulham, right? That's nothing to do with Arsenal. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying you haven't got a good. You haven't. You're the second best in terms of the league, in terms of not clean sheets, but in terms of goals conceded. Fine, but Donnarumma, is that enough? If Mbeumo shows up, if Ahmad shows up,
we've got Ushanov. You're going to have
he's rubbish. He's rubbish, Martin. You just said
Martin,
that
you
yourself.
Even said last
you
week
just said it.
Yourself.
You're not going to win the league with.
No, I didn't say he was rubbish. Said he was young. I said when he gets to run the games, he'll look very good.
He's young and rubbish. 2 things.
He's young, so
he's not rubbish. He's not rubbish at all.
He's rubbish.
He's rubbish.
Well, he went and got Guehi.
At this moment, exactly.
We got Guehi because of Gvardiol and Diaz being injured.
No, but you got Kushnov. Just keep him. No, you wouldn't because he's rubbish.
So you want me to go with Max Lane and Hushanov?
I want you to, but I want you to admit that you've gone with Guehi. I want you to because I think they're rubbish. That's why I want you to go with those two.
How many times have you seen Kushanov play?
Enough to know that he's rubbish.
No, can you name me the games? And how many minutes?
Not off the top of my head.
You're talking.
You don't live in my head rent free. I've seen Kushanov play. I've seen Kushanov play, and I will tell you right now, I've seen Mosquera play a couple of games, and I'd rather have Mosquera. This youngster stuff. Of course I have. This youngster stuff doesn't fly, right? I know. I've seen enough to know that he's young. Mosquera, he's young. I'd rather have Mosquera. And City know it too. That's why you've gone and got Guehi. It's true, right?
We got Guehi
because arguing the same thing. We both know he's rubbish.
No, we don't. But again, I'm asking you, when have you seen him?
You can't win the league.
When did he say he's rubbish? And when did
I said
it was last week?
No, he didn't. I never said he's rubbish.
Well.
You never actually said he's
we
rubbish.
Can't win the league. We can't win the league with Kushnov.
That's what you said.
I didn't. What did I say? We can't win the league with Kushnov from Max Lane at the back. Yeah, Max Lane was at Watford last week.
So Kushanov is rubbish then.
So
tomorrow we got Dalot and Shaw, so you'll be fine with that anyway. So it's equalised with that one anyway. So
hence 2-2. There'll be goals. Both defenders.
This is absolute. You told me this was a sensible panel, Mo. My God,
he lied to you, Martin.
Pardon?
He lied to you.
You got tricked. You got fooled.
You got tricked, mate.
Now you're here.
That's
on you. Stick to your word.
You just told me Kushanov.
Man of your word.
I've asked you a simple question. How many times you watched him play?
Martin, what is wrong with his opinion? Why is wrong with his opinion? He's saying Huzanov is right. By the way,
this is the problem. It's his opinion now.
Can I say something?
If we're not going to have sensible football,
can I say something? Yeah, can I say something? Hold on.
I'll go get my 5-year-old cousin to have a shot at me.
Let me explain the point. German Chicken Winger is saying Kuzanov is rubbish is mad. Fantastic. But it's a It's a football opinion, right? It's based on winning the league.
Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. Don't make them right.
But your opinion is not right as well.
I never said it was. But at least I've watched Kushanov.
I'm not saying this, but I'm not. I watch every single game for City this season. But I'm going to say something. If someone told Arsenal fans, let me just get this. Gabriel Jesus is rubbish. in their eyes, whoever is saying that opinion, in their eyes, they are correct. They think that they think Gabriel Jesus is rubbish, right? Arsenal fans, if they say you're chatting shit, that's a difference in opinions. That doesn't mean one is right and one is wrong.
No,
That's why it's a
I'm
debate.
bro.
Gabriel Jesus is crap, bro. No one's going to say that. Not even Arsenal fans are saying that he's a decent player or that he's effective. He hasn't been worth it. He's waiting.
There is 80% of the Arsenal fan base think that Gabriel Jesus is a very good player.
And that's why Arsenal fans are a bunch of dickheads. That's why they're so good. That's why everyone hates Arsenal fans.
People don't understand. Here you go. If someone says Odegaard is rubbish, Odegaard is rubbish. Tone, big up. It's your opinion that you think that Odegaard. Okay, hear me out for this.
Rubbish is extreme.
So maybe Tone's opinion is Odegaard is not good enough for Arsenal to win the league. That's what he means by rubbish. That's what Neil meant by rubbish, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, correct.
That's it. So why is it so hard for people to accept that if I say, by the way, I don't think this player is good enough. If I say that Enzo Fernandez is not good enough. If I say Garnacho is not good enough. If I say Neto is rubbish, right?
But City themselves are saying, City themselves are saying Kusanov's not good enough. City themselves are saying Kusanov's not good enough. They're saying it themselves. They've gone out and bought Guehi. Otherwise, they just wait for Guardiola and Diaz to be fit.
Guardiola's
out for the whole season.
Yeah, he's out all season. Guardiola's broke his shin bone.
But Diaz will be back. Diaz
is not back for another 5-6 weeks.
But he will be back, is what I'm saying. City
you want this.
We are sure.
You're asking us, because you're an Arsenal fan and you're in the title race, you go with your youngsters. Go with your EDS. Go with your academy. Off your pop. Because it suits you.
Of course, yeah. Do I want you to be the weakest City? Of course I do.
City
themselves have gone out and got Guehi.
Rubbish. No, because he's going to play Mark
Guys, by the way, this is about tomorrow. Are Kusanov and Max Alane good enough for City to win tomorrow at Old Trafford? That is where we got here.
No,
this is where we go.
I think we'll listen. Will we give up chances?
That is a main question. That is the main question.
Yes, I think we've got more in midfield and more up top where we can win the game.
They'll dominate the midfield definitely, but if we can get at them at the back, you never know. You never know. But they've got a better midfield than us, and probably striker.
But is the defense of City good enough to stop Man United from scoring in the counter-attack?
Man United will score.
This is where we kind of went sideways about this, because the question was, does City have good enough team tomorrow to win against Man United at Old Trafford? That was the main question of this. Am I wrong?
They do have a good enough team. And there are holes in this City team. And with
by the way, we just went to Newcastle and first team to not have them score at St James's Park.
With Nico, by the way, can I just say something?
Weird that one, isn't it? First team ever this season to not have St James's Park see a goal. And that was with Hushinoff and that bum Hushinoff and that Max Alane and Nico Riley in the middle as well.
You're so confident about tomorrow, Martin.
Yeah,
I like that.
I do. I respect that. Though.
I actually think if City win tomorrow early at the 12:30 kickoff, there must be a massive pressure on Arsenal to win against Forest away. Massive, and I mean massive pressure. Can Arsenal cope with that pressure?
But Mo, you say massive. There's a long way to go, yeah, right? You say massive. 3 games ago, City were top, and we had a game in hand. City were top for a couple of hours, right?
Yeah,
3 games ago.
A couple of hours.
No, but as in, or whatever, how many hours
there's pressure
it was, right?
at that time. That's the main thing. Is the pressure.
So there's going to be pressure. So even if this lead goes down to 3 points, there's still pressure. And there's pressure on City to win tomorrow. There's pressure. This is the thing. The top 2 teams are going for it. There's pressure on both teams. It does. If City win tomorrow and Arsenal, it doesn't mean okay, the pressure's ramped up. It's right. It's still Jan. It's still a long way to go. They still got some tough games. They still got to go to Anfield.
I said all this earlier on. This is what I mean. I just said all this earlier on. So now you're all proving my points from 40 minutes.
Tony Tone, I'm backing my boys. I've already said.
So we've gone from Martin to Clown 40 minutes ago. I'm saying this. we've got difficult away games coming up. If we drop points tomorrow at Old Trafford, but you must, because you've spent 100 million this Jan. You must.
Must what?
Must win the league, is what I was told.
By who? Not by me. I've told you.
That's what majority was saying earlier.
We should win the league. We must win the league. Arsenal must win the league. And
then the first game
if you reduce our gap to 3 points this weekend, I'd still have us winning, because you still got to go to Liverpool. You still got places to go, haven't you?
You still got to come out.
Yeah, it's the toughest away game is the Etihad, and we've got that. But we've got a lot of difficult away games out of the way. You guys haven't. Tony Tone, I want to see you next week. I don't know if you're listening. I
don't think you know who that is. He's a friend of ours. He's a City fan. He's a friend of Martin from Manchester. He's a personal friend. And he used to be a content creator.
Get him on.
I don't think he's gonna be here at some point. Let me do these 2 super chats before actually. Gabriel Magalhaes at 21 was loaned to Dynamo Zagreb and he wasn't good enough for Lille. At 21, Kuzanov started for Man City versus Real Madrid.
That was their only option, though. He had to
hold on. I have the next super chat. So what you are saying is that Kuzanov's ceiling is high. So my understanding of super chat is Kuzanov's ceiling is higher than Gabriel, because you're okay. When someone put a fact like this as a comment, that means you're stating something. There's a conclusion behind this fact, right? You want to say something. So, Mr. Perfecto, are you saying that Kuzanov has a higher ceiling than Gabriel? You can say that. It's up to you. Okay. Which is Mosquera is better than Kuzanov, and I'm a City fan. They're very, very close in age. I think they are
2021.
Kuzanov is 21, and I think Mosquera is
1920.
Christian Mosquera is 21 as well. So they're kind of similar age. But you don't see anybody saying that Mosquera has a higher ceiling than Gabriel. Right?
No one knew Gabriel's ceiling. A few seasons back, everyone was like, yeah, it's Saliba. And, Gabriel's, we're not sure about Gabriel,
anyway,
but it's Saliba, right?
It's actually a fantastic show. I want to thank everyone
that is next here. Week. I'll rattle the chat again next week.
What?
Or we'll rattle you. You're rattled him, Martin.
No, mate. With due respect, if I was rattled, you'd know. If I was rattled, you'd know I was rattled. Trust me.
Sweat on his head.
You'd know I was rattled if I was rattled.
I don't know. You look rattled to me, but I don't know you. So.
I've played this game for 10 years, mate. 10 years.
Can I respond? Can I respond to Super Chat? Fabregas, tiki-taka, position football, 700 passing, blah, blah, blah. Allegri, defend and score. Don't look people like Fabregas plays football. I want you guys, I'm going to advise everyone after the show to go and watch Como versus Milan highlights. Como destroyed Milan at home, and Milan won 3-1. And Fabregas came out and said, I would rather play this good football rather than play the other brand of football, bro. No one cares, bro. I like Fabregas.
Right, Mo, bro, I'm going to have to jump. I've got the hospital.
I'm done with the show. The Mancunian way, big up the guy. I'm done with the show. The Mancunian way in the description. Frenemies podcast. That's Mark and Neil in the description as well, guys. So go and support. Straight for post. Sal is live every day on his channel. So go and support Sal, of course. Of course, also Spurs is here. Appreciate everyone that joined us. I will see you guys tomorrow. I'll see you guys in an hour on MHF, where we're going to talk about Guehi as well from Liverpool perspective with Osam. I will see you guys then, and we're out of here, people. Guys, go and hit the like button on the MHF stream. Me and Osam are going live. I actually forgot to redirect, believe it or not. I swear to God, I forgot. So I need to do the redirect now. Damn. This is it. I'll see you guys there, and we're out of here, people.